أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. We give everyone the greetings of peace. Assalamu alaikum, peace be unto you. With the name of the Creator, most merciful, merciful benefactor, merciful redeemer. We start everything off with his name, with his signature. We thank him for all of the great blessings that we have. Thank him for this program that we have. And we also thank him for the creation that we have. We give all praises and thanks to the Almighty Source Creator for this creation and for our energy for being here today. And we thank you all for joining us here on Optimal Health on AM 360. Optimal Health, what is it? It is our ability to fortify our cells, to fortify our DNA, to fortify our genes, to fortify our blood, all against diseases. Brothers and sisters, we're not supposed to have a disease. We only have disease because of the mistakes that we make in our food choice, what we drink as beverages, what we expose ourselves to, the chemical, the natural and man-made substance we expose ourselves to. These things will compromise our DNA, they will compromise our blood, and compromise our cells. Our health goes through our cells, our blood, and our DNA. This is information that we share on this program. Information that we share on this program. And you will hear it no place else unless you're a student at the American School of Symptometry, not for profit, where you will hear all the information that we're sharing. You can become an advanced student at the American School of Symptometry and learn about yourself, to learn about how your body operates, how the Almighty put us together so we can become the best possible human being on this planet, making the fewest mistakes that we can, and making advancement and thriving, not just surviving, but thriving and advancing ourselves with all of the tools that the Almighty has given us, not only in our own body, but also in the creation. He placed everything in the creation to reverse every condition, every disease, every anomaly. And we have to find them. Then we have a school, symptometry, and we also have the science, symptomatic science called symptometry, to help us find these tools, to help reverse every condition, every anomaly, and put things back to normalcy. That is a natural law, brothers and sisters, that we're obligated to do. So welcome again to a new episode of Optimal Health on AM 360. You with your host, Abdul Shaheed, your certified symptometry health coach. And we also have two guests that will be working with us today. Mrs. Rita Taylor and Miss Yvette Dean, both are certified symptometry health coaches and student at the American School of Symptometry. Absolutely amazing. So if you can take a moment to call someone to let them know that our program is just starting. We have a lot of information we'll be sharing today about health and where health comes from. And our main topic today is, what does eating clean mean? What does eating clean mean? This is our main topic about food and what food can do to us and why we have to eat food. The food is not for the personality, it's not for our personality. The food is for the cells that give us life and energy. So we have to understand what the food is for. It is to nourish our cells. That's why we eat food. Not to satisfy the personality, how it tastes, how it smells, how it looks, all these things that most people use. Eating for your blood type, eating because I want to be a vegan or vegetarian. No, eating to take care of the needs of the cell to nourish the cell. That's why we eat food. So Mrs. Rita going to start us off on this conversation. Ms. Rita, how you doing?
I am well. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters, and everybody on the program. We have a show for you. And as my brother said, what does eating clean means? What does eating clean means? You know,
Absolutely amazing.
before I came Do you want to reintroduce me or should I go on? What do you want me to
Well,
go
we're going
straight?
to take a short break, then we're going to come back and you can get started. We're
Okay.
going to give our participant a little time to call someone, to connect with someone, to share our link. So more people will begin to find out, why do we have to eat food? Why do we have to eat food? All food is not the same. All vegetables are not the same. All fruits are not the same. And all of the water is not the same. So we have to select the right one, the best one that will nourish ourselves. So, brothers and sisters, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. Please do not go anywhere. Connect with someone to invite them to come and join us here on Optimal Health on AM 360. We'll be right back. Thank you.
People get sick all the time. However, even after years of research, physicians don't have the faintest clue why most sick people find themselves in the predicament they do. Will they just accept the same treatment without truly getting to the bottom of what is happening to them? Not anymore. Symptometry draws attention to your cells, the building block of your being, allowing you to understand what needs to be done and paving the way for self-correction. Developed by Dr. Maxwell Nardi, symptometry is not medicine or even its alternative. It is a study designed to fill in the void left behind by the most common scientific fields. Symptometric science has proven time and again, over 31 years, that chaotic eating and living are not in the best interest of the cells. It's about time we change that to understand symptometry, dive into a whole new world of cell-based knowledge, and profoundly appreciate human cells' work. Get your copy of Symptometry and Symptometric Science at a Glance by Dr. Maxwell Nardi now.
Welcome back, brothers and sisters. You're with your host, Abdul Shaheed, your certified symptometry health coach. And we also have our two guests, Ms. Rita Taylor. She's going to start us off first, and we're going to be talking about, what does eating clean means? What does it mean? People say they eat clean. What do they mean by that? And we're going to also explain the difference in the food, the fruits and vegetables, the water we drink, the beverages we drink. There's a difference. Which one should you be drinking? Ms. Rita, we're going to share the mic with you.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. Let me share with you what I used to do before I came to symptometry. I was a banker, and when I went there, the first thing we did was get a cup of coffee because we are all tired and we want to drink coffee. That's how I drank about 3 cups of coffee. First of all, that's poison. I didn't know that. It has true bromine. And then I'll have breakfast. And, we will have breakfast brought in, cater in the morning because you have to be at work, before, 7 or 7:15. So we have the eggs and all that stuff that I cater to us for breakfast. We ate them. And then lunch, we have sandwiches with cheese and all that stuff. And I thought I was eating clean. That's what I thought. I was eating well. I was eating healthy. Why do I say that? I was a runner. I run 5 miles, and before I get up in the morning, that's the first thing I did was to run. And so I said, I'm healthy. And then I came to symptometry and I found out that I was not even healthy. The running didn't make any difference because I was adding poison to my blood every day. I was adding inner substances to my blood every day until I came to the school and I was taught how to eat properly, how to eat well. And I have to tell you before we go on, because of that, I am healthy. I can say I'm healthy because I just had my physical and everything was on track because I've been cleaning my cells ever since I came to symptometry about 8 or 9 years ago. And it's a daily thing because every time we eat, we are adding some debris. We are adding something to our food. And people say, oh, yeah, I'm healthy. No, you're not, because you're not cleaning your cells. And if you're not cleaning your cells, you are having what we call inner substances in your blood. And that will not make you healthy. No matter how you think you feel, it won't make you healthy. So I want to start with my own self, how I thought that I was eating healthy. Okay, because I didn't know all the science behind it. Now I don't eat that same way anymore. So today we're going to share with you why you are not eating healthy unless you know by the symptometry method how to eat healthy and how to avoid certain food. Because not all food are alike, as Brother said, he said. There are two sides of food: the one that will nourish you, and the one that have preservative, quota preservative, and all the poison, that all the preservative that the federal government, they have to do it on your vegetables, on your food, and everything else you eat that you are not even aware of. And so I'm here to share with you that eating healthy is a science. Eating healthy, you had to be taught how to do it. And I'm here to share that with you. So what does it mean? I told you how I wasn't eating healthy until I came to symptometry school. And Dr. Nata showed me how to eat healthy. And now I can say that I'm eating healthy because I know how to cook my food scientifically, eat scientifically, and drink the right things. I mean, soda. Oh, I didn't even add soda to my diet at the bank. Soda. We have soda in the morning. Okay, 8 o'clock. Then I have acid in my body. Okay, so you've been told that everything is natural, especially if you buy things. If you go to the herbalist, they'll give you some stuff and you use it and you think it's natural. Is it really natural? Nothing is natural. Nothing that's say natural is natural, because it is not. Okay, so I'm going to share with you what we can do. Okay, how many people brush your teeth with natural toothpaste? Do you know that toothpaste, you have to have a certain kind of toothpaste with a certain kind of fluoride so that your teeth does not come out of your gums? Some people have their teeth, floating in their gums because they have sensitive teeth. It's all depend on this toothpaste you're using. Again, no doctor is going to tell you that. But in American School of Symptometry, we will help you to use the right toothpaste so that you don't have sensitive teeth. Okay, so anything natural is a farce. I will not buy it. I won't spend my money on it. But we do have the right toothpaste you can use to be able to help you so that your teeth and your enamels are stronger and they don't come out of your gums. Okay, so natural, anything natural, you need to be skeptic about it. Alrighty, so people talk about fluorine and fluoride. Okay, fluorine. What is the difference between fluorine and fluoride? Okay, of course, fluorine is not fluoride, and chlorine is not chloride. Okay, so what is the difference? Okay, fluorine is a neutral chemical, and when it gains an electron, it becomes an ion. This same goes for chlorine. Okay, so fluoride might always be in your teeth. Fluoride must always be in your teeth because, and then the gum as a salt. Why? It is a binding and a strengthened salt that increases your dental and gum resilience against decay. So fluoride must always be not the natural thing that people tell you. And that fluoride that you have should be the right kind of fluoride, the right kind of fluoride. And if you have a coach like Coach Shaheed, or if that was something, ask them what is the fluoride I should be using, and they will tell you, because not all toothpaste that you have on the shelf are alike. You need to have the right kind with the right toothpaste. And again, you have to either run rolling sentiment or ask your coach, and they will show you that if you want uh, strong teeth, and when every 6 months when you go in for your physical for your teeth, and they give you the A+, is because you're using the right fluoride. And when they touch your teeth, you are not screaming. Again, Symptometry will help you. And again, it's part of eating right and, basically eating well. Okay, so what about we talk about the fluoride, and we talk about the toothpaste. The toothpaste is very important because we have to clean our teeth, and we have to clean our teeth with the right toothpaste. And you don't need a lot of toothpaste to clean your teeth. Just a little bit of the toothpaste is all you need. And we don't recommend that you use toothpaste 3 times a day either. No, you get up in the morning, you clean your teeth with the right toothpaste, which I'm not going to share because you guys have coaches. They will tell you that. And that toothpaste, that's what you use. And that toothpaste will help you, make your gums and your enamel stronger. And so that when you go to the dentist every 6 months, you get the clean bill of health, basically. Okay, so the so-called natural toothpaste that they have, they test positive for these things, for selenine, quercetin, and these are what? Insect pesticides. The so-called natural toothpaste, they test for these things. And so when you say you are using the right toothpaste or the natural toothpaste, are you really doing it? Because you're using preservatives. You're really using something that is not good for your teeth. But the person has to make their money, and you go in there blindly and you buy it because it's said natural. Okay, find the right toothpaste and use it, and you'll be amazed what it will do to your teeth. Okay. And, we are here, humans, and we need to have the right toothpaste. Okay. Why are we using product that's meant for, like we use some of these things like neem tree that kill insects that feed on it, and we use it because it's natural? Why would we use that? Why would we use that? We're not supposed to use something that kill insects. We're supposed to use something that is good for our teeth, that is scientifically, basically bound and scientifically applied. So whatever you do, don't just go with the crowd, because the crowd, that is not true. I mean, what they're selling, the person is selling to make their money, and you need to be able to make sure that you use the right kind for your teeth and everything else. Okay. Zero, one thing I'm going to share with you is that, there are amino acids there. One is serine and threonine and tyrosine. And that one, it's basically something that we need to have in our bodies. But if you use the wrong one, okay, uh, the amino acid, which also the building tooth enamel and dentine and all that stuff, it will, if you don't use the right one, it will destroy your bone peristeum, letting destroy permeases, thereby preventing threonine, fluoride, and chloride from entering the cell, which can cause sensitive teeth. So you need to have the right toothpaste to help you with that. Okay. So the question is, what kind of food are we eating? Are you eating all the cheeses, all the pizzas, all the yogurts, all the yogurts and all the stuff that you have? Are you eating fix and all the stuff? Well, those are food that you need to be cautious about. Why? Because they destroy the milk, the cheeses, the pizzas, the yogurts, and all that. They destroy the three amino acid that I'm talking about, basically because they contain phosphoprotein, and phosphoprotein hydrolysate these three amino acids. And when they do, you have a problem with your DNA. Your DNA will be imbalanced. So you have to be careful with that and really stay away from these food. It takes time for you to wean yourself out of there, because I did not. It took me a while for me to wean myself out of there, to stay away from cheeses, to stay away from milk and all that stuff. Milk, people, you don't need milk up to age 4. After that, you don't need milk. Kids, you need up to age 4, the other food will suffice. But, people still drink milk. I see people in the grocery store with a jug of milk and they're going to drink. And what you're doing is that you're destroying the 3 amino acids that your body needs all the time. So you need to watch out for that. So that, also the vegetables that you eat also is something that we need to talk about. What kind of vegetable do you eat? What kind of, do you have a coach? They will help you with, we do have the vegetable that the doctor recommend. But even with all vegetables, you need to be careful because vegetables do have lectins. And what does lectin do? Lectins will not allow you, lectins will not allow you to have complete protein in the plant because lectin comes with a plant. And plants are built for their predators. Plants are stationary. So because they can move, they make sure they protect themselves. And that's one thing that we don't know. We think that plants are built for us, or the creator, created, the thing, the plants are there to be eaten. No, the plants are there for them to protect themselves. So if you go in there and you don't ask for their permission and you just go ahead and pull the plants, they can hurt you because what they have is the lectins in there. It is for their self-defense. And then we come home and we just eat them. We don't do anything to it. And we think we're eating healthy. What did you do to the plant that you bought from the grocery store? Well, that's where preparation comes in. Do you know how to do it? Do you know that you can eat all plants? And do you know that you can eat all fruits? Basically. So there are certain fruit. I don't eat fruits and I haven't eaten fruit for years, but I'm okay. I mean, some people have to eat fruits, but fruit do have issues that you need to worry about because it can cause some things in your blood. It can give you some sugar in your blood and all the stuff that you're not aware of. So you need to make sure that the fruit if you're eating fruit, is that the right kind of fruit that you're eating? As I said, I don't eat fruit and I'm okay. And some people have to have fruits, but if you are, let your coach know so that they can help you along the way if you have to do that. So when you have basically some people have bleeding gums and the dentist immediately diagnosed the condition as scurvy, which is caused by lack of vitamin C. Okay, and we can confirm the person with scurvy is deficient in vitamin C. Now that's the question: does every food contain vitamin C? Because it is essential for collagen production. So what causes a person not to have vitamin C, which prevent the following? If you don't have vitamin C in your body, you can it can prevent you from cancer, asthma, rheumatoid arthritis, sports injuries, difficulty healing wounds, um, prolonged menses lasting 7 to 8 days, menstruation twice a month, which I used to have before I came to symptometry, trembling and Parkinson disease, multiple sclerosis, early menopause, some menstrual irregularities, which I had before I came to symptometry, herpes 1 and 2, yeast infection, basically, uh, candidiasis, viral infection, bacterial infection, heart murmur, HPV, something that kids have to get vaccine for, glaucoma, infertility, where a person cannot conceive. How many people do you know on IVF? Or how many women go through IVF? Symptometry do have a pregnancy management where we can help you if you're willing to do the heavy lifting. Basically, diabetes, abnormal pap smear, cervical dysplasia, common cold, shingles, and eczema. People talk about cancer as if they are worrisome, but it is not a death sentence, but the reason is that we are eating the kind of food that we don't know anything about because we think that God created it, so we have to eat food. Not all food are like, not all water are like, and not everything is alike. No, food, you have to be selective. You have to find the food that is right for you, and you have to cook your food right in order for you to get the complete protein that you need. Because we are protein, we have to eat protein food. But what kind of protein food are you eating? Again, and how are you cooking your protein food so that you get the maximum benefit? Again, your coach should be able to tell you that, to help you on that one. But you need to eat the right way, the right food. Okay, again, we're talking about vitamin C, which fortify asparagine and cysteine in DNA. Okay, those two on the DNA, and normally when you do have cancer, those two are removed, and that, in order for you to rebuild it, they give you chemo, and then that chemo doesn't work, and then the cancer come back in 3 to 5 years, because those two that were removed, the um, the aspirin and the cysteine, it has to be rebuilt, and only symptometry can do that. And so when people say, "Oh, I have cancer, but it came back in 5 years," I had cancer, it came back in 10 years. Why? Because the chemo removed these two vital uh, amino acids that has not been rebuilt, and it doesn't matter how long it takes, what kind of exercise you do, it has to be rebuilt for you to be able to be cancer free. So when people say they're cancer free, you ask them, okay, what did you do? And they said, we have chemo. Well, it's in hibernation. It will come back in a couple of years. Some people it doesn't come back, but if you know, you can come to symptometry and we will help you. My husband had colon cancer. We didn't know about symptometry, but we came in there. We had the particulates, and the cancer never returned. So we do have the solution to help you with do that. Okay, so we talked about that. We talk about the different forms of vitamin C. Okay, the vitamin C that are available in the market, I will be very cautious about buying them. Again, uh, you don't know what is in them, you don't know the ingredients, but you buy them and you use them. It's one of those things that's going to go into your blood and become an inner substance for you. And again, it's what you put in your body that determine whether you're healthy or not. Okay, so those are the things. The creator really um, created us to live on this planet for a long time, but we have to know how to live on this planet. Okay, and for you to be able to know that, you have to eat the right way. You have to eat the right food. You have to make sure you cook your food scientifically, and you have to make sure that you're drinking the right water. Not not all waters are alike. In the right word with electrolytes to help you along the way. And again, your coach should be able to help you with that. What kind of water we that you should be drinking, and that will make a huge difference in your life. Okay. So when people say, "Hey, I'm eating clean," you need to ask them what kind of food are you eating? Are you, going to a hamburger joint and you get your cheese and all that stuff and you eat them and that is clean? You first of all, you have the cheese, you have the lettuce, you have all that stuff. You have the tomatoes. Do you know what is in the tomatoes? Do you know what is in the lettuce? We will talk about lettuce along the way. We're going to talk about lettuce because everybody I know, no matter where you go, there is always a salad there. If you go to parties, one of the big things you see are salad, and it has the lettuce combination. Okay. I have not, since I came to symptometry, I stopped eating salad. I stopped eating lettuce, and I'll give you the reason why. Okay. Um, the uh, the the doctor was able to see that the through gas chromatography laboratory, there are certain things in letters that you know people don't know. First of all, it contains lectins, which I said is bad for you. It wasn't, it doesn't give you complete protein. It contains chlorophyll, and it also contains ferulic acid, oxalates, minerals, and agglutinants. Therefore, there is more than chlorophyll in lettuce. So lettuce is really something you need to watch out for. And people eat it all the time. But why do you eat lettuce? Okay. Right now, most people eat lettuce because they cannot, and they said they cannot fight cancer anymore. They cannot stop yeast infection, and they cannot, treat all the ailment that they have. First of all, you need to stop wondering, because lettuce do have poison called lutocuprin. It does have that poison that is in there. It have toxic metals in there that is also bad for you. So lettuce is not something that we need to be eating. And as I said, I stopped eating lettuce. And if it's part of your diet, you need to talk to your coach and see how you can, try to wean yourself out of that, because it's not healthy for you, but it's part of our diet. And that's why I said, are you eating healthy? Are you really eating right? If lettuce is part of your diet, you need to find a way to wean yourself out of it, because it had poison, first of all, and it has, lectins, it have agglutinants that it's not good for us, so you need to find out what you need to do. Okay. The agglutinins in lettuce, it is really very, 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 it has poison there. And they are vicious. And as I said, the lectins, that does not give you complete protein. The agglutinins will give you, it's worse than that. So you need to watch out all these plant food. I mean, if you're a vegetarian and all that you eat is plant food, what are you gaining at the end of that when you eat your food? I mean, you're eating plants, and the plants do have lectins there. You're not getting complete protein, and eventually, along the way, you're going to have some problems. Maybe 10 years down the line, 12 years down the line, you're going to have issues. It won't show up now because of all these things that we're talking about, the lectins, the agglutinin that are in plants. And so, if you are a vegetarian, you need to start asking yourself, do I want to be a vegetarian? Because in 5 years, 10 years from now, I might have some problems because all the issue that we're talking about. And so I really need for us to look at our situation and see whether we want to eat plants without cooking them. I mean, all plant, if you're going to eat, it needs to be cooked. You cannot eat raw plant. Raw plant is not good. It has to be eaten. But if you're a vegetarian, a lot of people, they eat raw. They don't, everything they eat, it's a lot of raw food there. And again, you have the fungus, you have the poisons on there that you haven't done anything about. It goes straight into your blood. Okay, so the other thing is that we also have agglutinins in beans. Okay, remember when I do remember every New Year we go and buy black eyed peas so that it will give us some good luck during the year. It's one of those food that we really need to be eating maybe twice a week. Is good for you. The black eyed peas is good for you, but you have to eat it with protein food like chicken or turkey, or fish or something, with the rice to eat with that. So it's good for your brain. And I do recommend that if you're going to eat beans, that is one of the beans that I recommend that you eat, but maybe twice a week or something like that for you to get the benefits of the black eyed peas. Again, you do that because it has complete protein. And if you eat it with a protein food, a protein uh, fish, or basically turkey, duck or whatever you do, have all the flesh food, you know, with the beans and the rice. If you eat them, that will give you some good food for you to have with your diet. Okay, so health is not given, really. Health is not given. I mean, you have to fight for your health. Good health is something that you need to work for every day. What goes into your body is something that you need to be strategically doing. You might be eating the same food over and over again. But if it's good for your cell and you're healthy and you know your blood work comes in clean, then you're doing okay. But if you're going to be eating off the rack, then make sure that you do have reversal to make sure that you know if you eat something bad, you can always reverse it within 20 minutes after you eat. But again, eating right, it takes strategy. Eating right takes strategy. You have to cook well. You have to make sure that you select your food properly and you send food that you need to avoid. And again, if you have a coach, they will help you. Again, we recommend that you come to Symptometry 101. We'll teach you how to eat right, how to prepare your food right, how to eat scientifically and all this, the kind of water you need to drink. Basically, you need to invest in your water that you drink instead of the regular water that you have. Again, health is wealth because good health means that you don't have to go to the doctor every 2 months or every month or something for them to give you an order and buy a prescription. Because again, you don't need the prescription. It is definitely it causes a kill and it remove a lot of things from your blood. So I will recommend that you need to work with your coach and make sure that you're eating the food and cautiously um, be diligent about it. If you really want to make sure that when you get to the hospital for your blood work, I mean you come in all clean and everything is fine. So I really recommend that eating clean takes strategy, takes work. And if you do that, you'll be happy when you go to the doctor for diagnosis, or not diagnosis, but for testing, which we all should do once a year to make sure that everything is working well, and then that will be fine. But again, the if you don't, my takeaway from here is the food we eat make a difference. What kind of food are you eating? What kind of water are you drinking? And what kind of air are you breathing? Basically, we have all kinds of viruses in the air that you're breathing. That is, something that you need to watch out for. I do make sure that I sometimes I we have things that we take. Symptometry do have some things that you can take to help you to fight these things. And again, um, registering and making sure that you know about symptometry and what it can do for you, because it has done a lot for me and my family. And I do recommend that people do really enroll and get the benefits of food, which we all need to eat, because food is something that we need to eat all the time. And so that is my thing about, do you think you're eating healthy? Basically, you need to watch out what you have and what you're eating, and that will make a difference. And I have changed my lifestyle. When before then I was eating, chaotically, and it came to symptometry, and I have to literally change my lifestyle about how to eat, how to cook, and what kind of food to eat and what kind of food not to eat. So, Brother Saheed, I've finished, and if you want to add something, that is the topic for today.
That's excellent, Ms. Rita. We certainly appreciate you sharing that information about eating clean and what does it mean. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back and see if we have any questions from our guest today. See if we have any questions. Now, hopefully, we have some questions for you. And we're going to be right back, so please do not go anywhere. We're going to ask our participant to make connection with a family member, or friends, or co-worker, or relative, someone you know, a business partner, so they can join us here on Optimal Health on AM 360. It is so much information we need to know about how our body functions, how it works, and how to get our health back. Too many people are losing their health, brothers and sisters, and they have no clue where to turn. They turn to the internet, and they get more confused. They get more garbage, really, that makes matter worse for them. You can't follow that information. We need scientific, verifiable information. That's what we share here. Something that has been verified in the laboratory, knowledge. And we're bringing the awareness. If we don't have our health, we have nothing. It's over. We're going to be controlled by others. And that's what's going on today. We see it. So we have to really focus on the health of our brain, especially, so we can be normal human beings, thinking, planning, strategizing to become the best problem solver. So please do not go anywhere. You with Abdul Shaheed and our guest, Mrs. Rita Taylor, Mrs. Vet Dean. We're all are certified symptometry health coaches, certified. That really means a lot, brother and sister. So we share verifiable scientific information with you today. We're talking mostly about food, how to select the food. All food is not the same. So we'll be right back. Please do not go anywhere at all. Thank you.
I'm Dr. Maxwell Narty, inventor of symptometry and symptomatic science. Many of you may not have heard of symptometry because it appears to be new. Unfortunately, new does not mean untested. Symptometry has been around for 32 years, since 1991. During these 32 years, I had to conduct several experiments. I had to test the precepts and the concepts of symptometry and symptomatic science. After 32 years of testing, the results are in. The results are excellent. This is why you are hearing about symptometry and symptomatic science now. I invented symptometry and symptomatic science for a reason. What is this reason? The reason is medical science, nutrition, Chinese traditional medicine, acupuncture, chiropractic, Ayurveda, and herbalism created a gaping hole, a large and deep vacuum, bottomless vacuum that had to be filled.
Welcome back, brothers and sisters. You're with Abdul Shaheed and our guests. We're all certified symptometry health coaches, and this is Optimal Health on AM 360. We thank you once again for joining us. So we're going to ask, do we have anyone with a question for our guest before she has to leave? Anyone at all? We're going to continue to be sharing information about food, but if you have any question for our guest, now is the time. Any question at all, anyone? You can unmute yourself and go ahead and ask your question.
Yes, I have a question. Before Rita leaves, can we get her number and her name?
Absolutely.
Her coaching information up?
Yeah, we certainly will. Matter of fact, we'll do that during this question and answer session. So we'll have all that on
Thank you.
display. Have all of that on display.
Mhm.
Thank you, Ms. Yvette.
Sure.
There we are. Any question, anyone? I mean,
Yes.
Ms. Rita said that there's different types of food, different food. Don't you want to know the different in the food, the different in the beverages, the different in water, fruits and vegetables? They're different, not all the same.
No, they're not. No, they are not. They look pretty, right, Rita?
Yes, but they're not. No, 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 no.
Your sound is breaking up, Ms. Rita. Something happened. Something happened with your sound.
Yes, breaking.
You were in an excellent position earlier.
That's these sound waves.
Yes, it started breaking up, Ms. Rita. We're displaying Mrs. Rita information. Her email address is info@pregnancymadeeasy.com. Her phone number is 469-609-0368. And our website is pregnancymadeeasy.com. And our specialty is pregnancy management. Absolutely amazing to have the best child. You can come to, a person can come to symptometry, the mother and the father,
Yes.
really, months before they want to plan to have a baby. The baby should be planned months ahead, even years. The more planning, the best person you can end up having. We have too many mentally ill, mentally challenged people in the world.
Yes.
You know, in order for us to do something about it, we have to start planning the pregnancy. The mother need to be eating scientifically, cooking their food scientifically. This is what must happen. Removing the poison and the toxic and sedimentary sludge that's left in their system, in their body. They have to know that plants all contain lectins that could be passed on to the baby. The sludge could be passed on to the baby, causing all kind of mental issues when the baby is born. So if we're not careful, brothers and sisters, we'll be breeding our own criminal in our own house. This is what could be happening. We need more law-abiding citizens, children that are not stubborn, that can listen, that can follow instruction, that's easy to learn, easy to teach. That's what we need. If not, you can end up with a demon in your home, and you wonder where they came from. So, brothers and sisters, we have this great opportunity. This great opportunity. So if you have a question for our guests or a question in general, now's the time. Ms. Yvette, did you have a question before I started talking?
No problem. Yeah, I was gonna ask Miss Rita a question, but it looks like her mic is
Mic is
staticky right now. Yeah. But next time it was just about pregnancy management, about how women can contact her, especially the ones that are new and just starting off, and it's their first child. They don't know what to do, and they don't know how to bring a child into this world. Like myself, I didn't know what to eat. I was just eating. They say just eat when you're pregnant, right? Just don't be hungry.
absolutely
Eating for two. They tell you all that, right?
eat what you're craving for.
Right.
When
right.
you should not be craving.
Nope.
If the person is craving, there's something wrong. The
Yes.
body is telling the person something. Symptometry will have the solution. The person should not be going through morning sickness. All of these would be. Yes.
Yeah, I think my
there she goes.
yeah, I came back on, but I'm not on there because my thing is frozen on my computer. And
okay.
so I just want to, I thank you for introduce pregnancy management that Yvette said. We should not bring a child into this world without pregnancy management, because how you start the baby in the womb make a difference when they're born. And we're here to help the mother before they even have the baby, to clean them up, to remove the sedimentary sludge that they have in their body. And so that when they get pregnant, things will be fine. You know, if you're pregnant, you can't drink water, you have problem, because water is, you need water. A lot of people who are pregnant, they can't drink water because
Yeah,
they
I've
vomit the
heard of that.
water.
Yes.
Exactly.
They
That's
vomit the water. How can you vomit the water when water is critical? Has the
yeah,
energy, has the power, pressure, and force that you need. And so, so we really need to think about it when you want to get pregnant. That there's so many
yeah.
things you need, that you need to
It,
do.
all right. So what about morning sickness? Like, why do young women get morning sickness when we know here at symptometry that that's not supposed to happen, right? Morning sickness.
The morning, you get the morning sickness because of what you have in your body, though. Again, it's all depends on the kind of food you've been eating along the way,
Mhm.
the kind of poison you've been poisoning yourself. You know, when you do chaotic eating, when you don't cook your food properly, you don't drink the right water. I mean, and they drink soda is nothing but acid.
Oh,
You
yeah.
need, you need water.
Yes,
I
yes.
mean, not any water, but the good kind. You
Yeah.
know, you need to invest in the water you drink. It will make a difference in your life.
Yeah, thank you. And you were mentioning, too, that it's important to, like you mentioned soda,
Yes,
not to drink too much soda. I was drinking soda like every day when
me
I was
too.
pregnant,
Me too.
not knowing that I could have, set my child off for future diabetes or
Exactly.
sugar problems because I didn't know any better.
So that's why symptomatic pregnancy management is, mankind best
Mhm.
effort to help a child to start with a good foundation. The foundation that the child gets from the womb is going to be good for them if they continue to eat right for the rest of their life, because the foundation means that you cleaning the sedimentary sludge. You know, we have a lot of them in our body and it has to be cleaned. And then we do that in the womb. So you clean that, it also clean that sludge for the child. So when the child is born, she have less problems, and the mother will have less postpartum issues. But you need postpartum. But again, having a good 9 months pregnancy management,
Mhm.
the foundation for your child, money come by that. Money come by that. Money
Right.
come by that. Hmm.
And a mother can pass sedimentary sludge down to their child. That's
Yes.
possible.
Yes, yes, but that's why pregnancy management is here to clean that. If they clean the mother, then the child also will be cleaned. So it's really whatever you do when you are in pregnancy management, it's also going to impact your child, the baby in the womb. It's very important. If you're drinking, it's a no, 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 no. Alcohol is a no, but a lot of women do drink alcohol. The husband drinking too, it's a no. But men drink alcohol and get women pregnant. You are already contaminating the DNA of that the child is having. You're going to have the blueprint is going to be contaminated with alcohol. And so people need to know that pregnancy is not a walk in the park, but something you need to think about. And knowing that you're bringing a precious child into this world and they need all the help they can get.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah.
Very informative.
Yeah. If anybody's interested in that, contact us. We will definitely, especially if you're thinking about it. It's better to think about it and start working on it before you get pregnant.
Yeah, for sure. Not me, but for sure.
No, I'm saying the young women.
Right, right.
The young women in our lives, basically, you're talking about the young women, and the young women, they need to think about that because it is, it really, a happy child, a healthy child, a child with a good foundation, money can buy because
Absolutely.
health is wealth. Health is wealth.
So you mentioned the soda that people drink during the time that they're pregnant. They're not aware that soda, coffee, tea are all acidic beverages. They're acidic, and they have the ability to change the pH, violate the pH rule, and this will cause this is what really that causes morning sickness. When the person is throwing up.
Exactly.
They have violated the pH rule,
so
they can't keep anything down. How are you going to build a baby when you can't eat food?
Exactly.
You can't keep the food down, turn it into nutrients, so the cell can utilize them. It is the cells, the trophoblast cells, that build the baby. They can't build the baby without the nutrients and resources. They can't do it.
Exactly. And secondly, the soda with the acid, Lord, it's not good for your child. It's not good for you, and then it's not good for your child. So when when they throw up and they said, "Oh, I don't know why I'm throwing up," but what are you doing? What kind of food is going into your body? What kind of drink are you drinking? Not all waters are alike. Please, there is water and there's water. Invest in the good water, and you will see the benefit of that good water in your body.
Absolutely. Any question? Last chance.
Before I leave, thank you guys.
Well, we certainly appreciate you sharing the knowledge of symptometry, especially when it comes to eating clean. Clean eating.
Well,
Clean eating means using science to select the food to eat. If you don't do that, it's called chaotic eating.
Exactly.
Not so clean.
Okay. I thought I was eating clean until I came to symptometry. No, I was eating garbage. It was garbage, especially the coffee in the morning. Oh Lord, the coffee in the morning. So thank you, Brother Saheed, Brother Yvette, everybody on the line. Thank you for today, and we'll see you guys next week. Okay.
Thank you so very much, Ms. Rita.
Thank you. Okay, Yvette, I will try. Okay. Yeah, I'll try the other one next time. So thank you, Yvette. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Have a good evening.
Very well.
Brothers and sisters, we certainly thank you for joining us today here on Optimal Health on AM 360. We're going to take a short break, but in the meantime, you can call someone, do a 2-way, a 3-way, 4-way to connect with them. so they can continue to learn this scientific verifiable information on symptomatic science, so we can get our body and mind back together, working together in unison, not pulling apart. So it'll be one person in this body, not 2 or 3 people. Multiple personality, because we cannot produce neurons and neurotransmitters. Brothers and sisters, we have to get it correct. We have to correct our mistakes.
Right.
We have to become the best person housed in this body. Take advantage of the opportunity of with this knowledge that we have so we can do better. That's what it's all about, doing better, making advancement, correcting our mistakes and our parent mistakes and their parent mistakes, so we can move forward to make progress. This is what the effort of the life is all about. Now we are in charge. It is up to us to do it. No one else is coming to save us. Things going to get better because of our effort, or they're going to get worse and worse and worse as we see it happening today. So we'll be right back. Please do not go anywhere. You're with Abdul Shaheed and our guest that's still with us, Ms. Yvette Dean, and we'll be right back and share more information about symptometry and symptomatic science to develop optimal health in all of us. We'll be right back.
After 30 years of research, the results are in. Consumption of certain foods can be harmful to your physical and mental health. When diagnosed with a terminal illness and given a low chance of survival, Dr. Maxwell Nardi had a deep feeling that food had caused cirrhosis of his liver. When no cure was available through medication, after years of extensive laboratory research, he invented symptometric science and used it to save his life. Through research, Dr. Nardi discovered that some common foods are harmful to the human immune system, and that overconsumption can destroy stem cells. Stem cells govern the immune system and vital organs, like the liver, heart, and kidneys. Dr. Nardi's research offers cures for diseases, body aches, hair, and memory loss. He discovered by eating the right foods, necessary energy is created to help live a long, healthy life. Results from his incredible research is now available in the book, What to Consume, Mankind's Safest Consumables, now available through Amazon and Kindle. Listen to these verified Amazon customer reviews. 5 out of 5 stars. Very good information, mind-blowing. This book really opens your mind. It's a very short read. Once I started reading, I couldn't stop, so I finished it in one setting. I recommend this book for all. Thank you, Dr. Maxwell Nardi. Learn how to live a more healthy life today. Order What to Consume, Mankind's Safest Consumables by Dr. Maxwell Nardi at Amazon and Kindle.
Welcome back, brothers and sisters. You're with Abdul Shaheed, your certified symptometry health coach, and we still have one of our guests left remaining with us, Ms. Yvette Dean, also a student at the American School of Symptometry and a certified symptometry health coach as well. Ms. Yvette, what other information you have to share with our participant and guests today about food, about water, about beverages, about fruits, about nuts and seeds, about all of those things that people eat thinking that they're eating clean or eating healthy?
Yes, they do. We do. At least we thought that we are, and yes, I'm happy to explain why we are sick. Why are we sick? Why? We're sick because we don't understand food and how to prepare it, how to choose it, and how to make sure that all the poisons, allergens are neutralized before it's fully digested. Okay? Food has lectins in it. Lectins. Lectins is a very powerful poison that scrambles our electrical pathways in our brain, making it impossible to produce neurotransmitters. Can you believe that? Food can make it impossible for us to produce our neurotransmitter. It blocks it. And that's what lectins does. That's in lettuce, that's in vegetables, that's in grains, unfortunately. Okay, these poisons are not cell-friendly. Okay, and foods that are not cell-friendly is the ones that are making us sick. Okay, it makes us sick. So why do lectins and albulins, make us sick? Because they're meant for plants. They're not meant for us to eat. We're not plants. Plants only make a few nutrients for us. And that's if we be nice to them. But if we go to them and start stepping on them and being arrogant and just snatching them and being mean to them, oh, they're going to produce lecithins, they're going to produce argulins, okay? They know how to poison us. They know how. If we are arrogant, if we harm them. You know that plants live longer than humans? Think about it. The trees are here for thousands of years. Plants live for years. How do they do it? We need to take lessons from them. How do they survive this planet Earth? And we're getting sick. What that tell you? We don't know what we're doing as humans. If they're living long lives, what are we doing? Why can't we live like plants and trees? Because we denature, we deactivate our enzymes. The enzymes used to protect ourselves from viruses, bacteria, protozoa, major diseases. Okay? Cancer for one. People get scared when they hear the word they got cancer. They're like, oh no, my life is ending. But that's not true. Cancer would never kill a person unless that person is continuing to do the same things that they're doing to get cancer, meaning eating chaotically, not knowing what's in the foods that you're eating, not knowing what's in the fried foods that you're eating. All fried foods are carcinogens. They tell you that. All fried foods are carcinogens, especially flash fried foods like chips, French fries, crackers. Some crackers are fried, some crackers are baked. So in scientific eating, we want to choose the best one, right? We want to choose baked if we eat crackers. See, scientific eating and living is all about choosing the foods that's best for you, not the foods that we want, okay? But the foods that's best for your cells. This is why I created recipes off of the 45 safest foods for human consumption. So you don't have to worry about deciding which foods to eat. I already have it ready for you. I have the recipes ready and created for you to make meals out of the approved meats that's approved for us to eat, out of the approved plants that's approved for us to eat only if we cook it scientifically, though. Don't go try to be a raw foodist. Don't go try to be a vegetarian, as some of you know my story. I'll be happy to repeat it, okay? But be careful of going on diets, single diets, like all meat. That's not healthy. All plant foods. That's not healthy. Nuts and seeds diet. Cancer causing for real, right there. Okay? So be careful of the foods that you choose. If you do not know the science behind it, don't eat it. We do preventive here also. All of us health coaches can show you how to prevent diseases. It's not hard. Some of us love to eat beans. Love to eat beans. But did you know that black-eyed peas is the best? Black-eyed peas is a brain food. It's wonderful. But you got to know how to combine it is where it won't harm you. Because all foods has an upside to it And it also has a downside to it. So the downside of beans is kidney issues. But if you know how to prepare it and combine it properly with the approved rice that goes with it, and the approved protein that goes with it, we would now have a complete protein meal. All of my recipes are in perfect combinations, is where they will nourish the cells instead of being non-friendly to them. And once we master that, the 45 foods, once we master on how to cook and eat scientifically, we are on our way to optimal health. What is optimal health? People ask. What is optimal health? Optimal health is where we live a long, long life full of vitality, strength, power. We're able to get up in the morning and jump out of bed and go about our day without having issues, backaches, knee aches, hip aches, mucus in our throat all the time. Like, where is this coming from? You know, you hear people talk on the phone and every other word is, I got to clear my throat. What causes that? We know here at Symptometry, we know that you're eating the wrong foods that's causing you to have mucus in your throat, which again, in turn, can damage your mucous membrane. Meaning you will always have mucus in your throat, in your stool, unless it's ionized to remove the inert substance that's causing you to have these problems. See, our blood must circulate at the speed of light. It has to be oxygenated blood, not stagnated blood that barely can fit through a blood vessel, full of sludge and blood clots and all kinds of things that's in our blood. Okay, so we have to learn how to combine our food properly so that it won't cause us to have problems. Beans, you know, cause kidney problems if you don't eat them right, if you don't combine them with the proper rice and the proper protein food, fish, meat, poultry, whatever you choose to eat. It has to be in the right combination where it makes it cell friendly. You can't eat beans with farina, plantains, you know, bread. That's not the right combinations. These are the wrong combinations. Okay, the kidneys will be affected. The algulins, along with lectins, are in legumes. And they really harm the kidneys. If you ever, you know, take a look at your health. We always tell our clients that, you know, look out for yourself. After you, you know, use the restroom, look back. Look and see how you're doing, how your body's doing. If you got foam in your urine, your kidneys might be jammed a little bit with sludge, with inert substances. Inert substances is things that's stagnated in your blood, things that stay still, that won't move, that blocks blood circulation, that blocks oxygen in your blood. Inert substances are from butter, are from avocados, are from nuts and seeds, are from bad oils. You got to know the right oil to cook with. We're made of oil and water also. We need oil and water, but we need the right oil. so that our test results won't show that we have high triglycerides, which is bad cholesterol. Our LDL is high. No. It's the opposite. It's supposed to be low. Our HDL is supposed to be high. So if you read your results, your blood report, like Miss Rita mentioned, hers was great. That's exciting. Exciting to know that when you come back from visiting your doctor yearly, because that's all we go here is yearly, unless it's an emergency, unless something happens, then I'll be the first one to the emergency room. Okay, because everybody has its place. We don't badger medical people. We don't badger, herbalists, but we know to be careful of herbalists because they just use trees, barks, from concoctions that they concoct, herbs. They use all those, but be wary of those. But they're good, they are good for some things, but be wary of them. Because remember, they have lectins and albulins that are not cell-friendly. Okay, they harm our cells. They harm our DNA. We want our genes to release the blueprint every day as we sleep. And that blueprint tells one of our RNAs all three of our RNAs to create this for this person. They need some serotonin over here. They need some acetylcholine over here. Okay, they need some vitamin C over there. So this blueprint tells us how to produce everything in the human body. Every organ, every system, every fingernail, our skin, our teeth. All this is in the blueprint, how we were made. So if our DNA can't accept the blueprint because it's damaged due to something we ate or consumed or inhaled, then that specific blueprint instructions will not be made. And we're going to feel it in one area or not. We're going to feel it. Like what happened? You always feel a symptom. Remember this. You always feel a symptom when a nutrient is not there for long periods of time. It's going to give you a symptom. It's saying, wait a minute. I didn't get my blueprint last night while I was asleep. Why didn't I? You had an inert substance in your body that prevented that. This is why it's important to eat scientifically. All these, us women who have all these health problems, men who have their health problems, all because their blood cannot circulate, oxygenated blood cannot circulate to every part of the body. And it starts from the brain. If the brain is not getting oxygen and blood, oxygenated blood, we cannot get it all the way down to our toes. We're going to have, blood stagnation. You ever seen what blood stagnation look like? I have. Have you ever seen people with dark spots on their arm look like bruises just come out of nowhere? Like what? I didn't get hit. Did I fall out of bed last night? Well, how did that get there? That's blood stagnation in your body. You ever got varicose veins? That's blood stagnation. Check out what you've been eating. Did you have butter last night? Did you have pizza last night? Did you have a fast food last night? Because we know, with fast food, they got to mass produce. Okay? So some things, you got to be careful of. Okay? Because what's in those foods are lectins and albulins that will destroy our amino acids that we need for muscle protein, and for every part of our body. So do we understand a little bit better on how food can be a problem? Food is the problem of why we're sick. See, most people don't dig into food. They don't, I mean, they dig into it as far as eating, yeah, but they don't use a gas chromographic machine to really see what's in food. You know, they think lettuce is healthy. First thing they say, oh, I eat lettuce. I'm healthy as a bee because I eat lettuce. If you knew what lettuce has in it under a chromographic machine, you wouldn't touch it. I've been healthier since I haven't been eating lettuce. Much healthier. I feel it. And you feel when you're healthier. You feel better when you're healthier. You have energy. So I know that I'm eating things that I'm eating scientifically, that I'm preparing my food scientifically so that I can stay healthier. Because I want to be rich. And I don't mean money rich. I mean rich in health. Can you hear me?
Absolutely, Miss Yvette. We hear you well.
You hear me? Oh, okay. Great. 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 So yeah, I mean, if anyone has any questions for me or would like to know a little bit more about why foods are the problem, you know, hopefully I explained a little bit better on how we get sick, on how no one explained to us the non-nutrients that's in food. No one explained to us how to cook our foods. There's a way of cooking it. We must not eat our food raw. We must not eat salads. We must not eat sushi. Sushi they have toxins that go straight to the brain. Go straight to the brain. Sushi also causes cancer. Because listen now, you're eating raw fish. You know how many bacteria and viruses is in raw fish? You know where they live? And you sitting up there eating it raw because they make it look pretty. Our visual. is we have to stop looking. We have to stop smelling. We have to bypass those foods as we're driving home. We have to have our meals already prepared at home. So when you get home from work, it's ready. Crock pot meals are the best. Because you know your food is getting cooked scientifically. You know it's on heat. And anything that's on fire for long periods of time, fire or heat for long periods of time will destroy everything that's in food. Everything. And then our cells can use it. Our cells thrive on it. We only need 10% of nutrients from food. That's it. Just 10%. Our cells make all the rest of them that we need. Just 10%. But what we do as humans, what do? We go overeat. We have a second plate. Sometimes a third plate if we're really hungry. Or are we hungry? Or does it just taste good or smell good? We just got to have that last piece of apple pie. Even though we're full, we're still stuffing that last piece of apple pie, cherry pie, blueberry pie, peach pie. We're still stuffing all that in our bodies. And then we tired. We go sit down in front of the TV. We go lay down. Okay, in front of the TV. Because now we're full, we feel good, we worked all day, we had a good meal in our stomach, and now we off to rest. But when you wake up in the morning and you have an ache, you have a pain, and a cramp, you ever wake up with cramps? You wonder, what happened? You're never gonna think it was that pie you ate. You're never gonna think it's those eggs you ate that early morning. You're not gonna think that. You're gonna think, ooh, I don't know where it's coming from. Let me call and ask my doctor. But they don't know. They didn't study cellular health. They just study about the organs, the bones, how to cut, how to prescribe. Emergency situations.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Sister Amina.
How are you, Miss Yvette and Brother Abdul Shaheed?
I'm good. Thanks.
Yes.
Excellent.
I just got back. I've been going all day running errands and seeing about, handling my business. And I just got in and I forgot. I'm like, oh, that's right. This is Monday.
Yes.
and it's ironic that you mentioned crockpot. Now, guess what I have? I've been cooking lamb stew in my crockpot all day long.
Nice. Nice.
I have one of those crock pots that you can turn it on and it'll cook all day.
That's it.
That's what you do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and I'm getting ready to put it over some basmati rice. I have some basmati rice. Yes, that's my dinner.
Excellent.
There you go.
And you got your brain food. You had those black eyed peas along with them.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. That's wonderful. Wonderful.
I just want to call in.
Well, thank you. Thanks for calling in.
All right.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Thank you for joining us. Go right ahead, Mr. Ben.
Sure. So we must eat to live. We must eat to live now and stop damaging ourselves. And, we must use chromographic science, behind everything we eat, everything we drink, everything we choose. Okay. Otherwise, our passage through this earth is a waste of time. God don't want us sick. Our Creator do not want us sick. We was not made to be sick. Our Creator would never be proud of us because we made too many mistakes. We were created for a reason. God needs us. Our Creator needs us. Too many religions is just a group, belonging, ritual by birth or choice. A badge indicating who we follow. This is what religion is. That's it. But the merciful Allah will give His followers another chance to see what they will do next. If they will be redeemed. If not, try next time. If not, try again. Keep trying.
Keep trying. Correct
Keep
your mistake.
trying.
Absolutely.
He loves us. He loves everyone, no matter what. With love comes another chance, even without repentance. This is how much he loves us. How many chances, though, can one person get? How many chances can one person get? But he loves us. He's given us a chance to figure it out. So we now have the American School of Symptometry to help us figure it out. Why we're here, why we were created. We wasn't created to have a life of luxury and not give back. We have to give back.
Mm.
And this is how we get our blessings.
Absolutely.
Through the merciful Allah, this is how we get our blessings. We're not meant to be sick. He needs us for traction.
Mm-hmm.
He don't need us not alive. He don't need us sick.
And dying.
And dying.
Sick and dying.
Yeah.
You
No.
know, healthy and alive, people.
Yes.
Loaded with energy.
Loaded with energy. We must eat to live. And that means no special diets, except choosing your food, preparing your food, and eating scientifically.
Scientifically.
That's the way to live on this planet. That's the way to live on this planet without sickness.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. It's amazing. You know, so I would recommend a SD doctor whenever you get sick. Symptometry doctors. Whenever you get sick, unless it's an emergency situation now, because we don't do emergencies. Emergency situations, go ahead and go to the therapeutic that deals with emergency situations. You have a toothache, go to a dentist. You need alignments, go to a alignment specialist. But when you need source removal, is what we do. Symptometry, we remove the source of the symptom or disease. And you got time? Start now. Start now so you can have a long life of vitality and health. And this is the only path to take to vitality and health. Once you finish with your emergency situation and you get all of your test results, all of them, bring them here to us, a source removal doctor, because we know there's a source in you. There's a source in you that needs to be removed. Is why your nails are falling off. You seen people nails separate from their skin on their nail bed? I've seen this past weekend. It was a guy too. You know, it was a guy that's loved getting their nails done and looking fly and everything, but his nails was terrible. Like they were separating from the bed of the skin. I was like, oh my goodness, like I know what to do to help you. When I see people with abnormalities, I'm quick to hand them my card. Here, we can help you. These are things that some physicians or therapeutics cannot do. Right? They give you extra medication, which piles on more sludge in your body. More sludge. They give you herbs that pile on more sludge on your body. So we know pharmaceutical drugs pile on sludge, herbal drugs pile on sludge. Why do they pile on sludge? Because the old sludge was never removed. The old sources was never removed. How are you supposed to remove, how do you expect symptoms to go away or diseases to go away if you never remove the source? So you're taking this medication here. Okay, so you put the medication in your body, you're adding to the sludge. Why? Because you never remove what caused the symptom or disease in the first place. It's still there. So why are you adding medication to it? Why are you going to these health food stores and adding chlorophyll and stuff that's camouflaging all the poisons? Green is a camouflager. Green is not good. It camouflages the poisons in vegetables, the poisons in fruits, the acids in fruits. It's a camouflager. Don't be fooled. Okay? So this is why people are not healing the way they should heal. All the way, not partial, because you can't get down to the low pressure area where the disease began. Why? Because it's a molecule. Molecules have different makeups than particulates. Particulates has power, strength, and force to make it down there where that source is at, past in the low pressure area where the cells are. No other therapeutic that I know of can get down that low. But particulates can zoom right to the spot. They know where the low pressure areas are. It's like they got eyes. They know. So as soon as you put them under your tongue and they melt, it's going straight there and start removing that source, breaking those bonds of carcinogens, the bonds of poisons, the bonds of air sprays that we spray in our houses. I don't use air sprays because I know what's in them. I know what they cause. They're what coal tar derivatives, we call them. So be careful of spraying. This is called scientific living too. Be careful of spraying air sprays in your home. You already have formaldehyde in your home. Everyone has formaldehyde in their home. Everyone. So open your windows in the day. Air it out. This is scientific living. Air it out. Just like using the right toothpaste is scientific living. We teach you scientific living too. How to keep poisons out your house. Air sprays. Them, what's their favorite? Febreze. Don't use that stuff. You're getting coal tar derivatives in your home on top of everything else. Okay, it's hard to stay healthy. But once you know how to do it, it becomes easier. You start feeling better because we know how to remove the source. Whereas symptometry doctors, whenever you need anything with your cells, which is mostly everything, actually, except emergency services. That's the only thing that we do not do is emergency services. But once you stabilize, come to us. We will remove that source in your body. We'll remove that saturated fat in your body that's blocking your veins, that's causing you to have varicose veins, causing your nail bed to be removed from your skin. That looked like, ooh, I want to give him a Band-Aid to cover it up, Otherwise, he was fly. Okay, he was dressed good, smelled good. He was a fly guy, but his nails showed the inside of him. What's going on in the inside? So that's what I look at. Being that I am now knowledgeable, and I'm so grateful to symptometry for giving me this knowledge. So now we can start sharing and helping people. We're not keeping it to ourselves. We're helping people. This is how you get your blessings. Once you know something, help others. Life is not a given. You got to help. You gotta give too. Once you're blessed with knowledge, like I say, I feel rich. don't have a dime, but I feel rich, you know, in health and knowledge. Everything else is going to come double folds because I'm sharing health. I'm sharing information, and happy to for those who are health conscious. And everyone here is health conscious. Everyone here wants to know how to take care of their health, their loved ones' health, their grandchildren's health. This is why we do this every week, right, Coach Shaheed? This is why we do this every week. Every week.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We got to keep
to
it.
help.
We got to correct these mistakes that we've been making since when we didn't know better. Now we have the knowledge to know better, and we should do better. It's up to us. No one is coming to save us, Miss Yvette. If you don't remove the source of your condition, your disease, if it remains inside of you, nothing's going to change. And this is what happened with allopathic medicine and all of the other alternative medicine. They leave the source of the person's problem still embedded in them. Symptometry is the source removing institution. It removes the source of the person's problem and disease. We use subatomic particles, they're called particulates, to do it, to break the bond, those things. To break the bond, there's 3 states of matter, liquid, solid, and gases, and they are held together by bonds, 4 types of bonds. Look it up, check it out. We're giving you scientific, verifiable information. The bonds must be broken on them so they don't give us any, make us harmful, so they don't harm us.
Yes.
To remove the toxic from our blood, from our organ, from our tissue, from our intercellular spaces, so the cell can function properly. The source removing institution, that's what symptometry is. It removes the source of the disease. Every disease, Ms. Yvette, has a source. It came from somewhere. You just didn't pop out of nowhere because somebody cast a spell on you. No, it came from somewhere. You either ate it, or you was exposed to it, or you had an accident.
Yes.
Something happened. And the source got in your blood. That's why we have cancer. That's why you have diabetes. That's why you have hypertension. Most time we ate it.
Yes.
90% of the time, the source came from what we're eating. That's why we have to learn to eat scientifically. Don't take it for granted. Don't take food for granted. Food is not our medicine. Our medicine cannot be our food. That's what many people believe. Doesn't work like that. Our food is to nourish our cell. I had the cell up earlier.
Yes.
If that cell become congested with what you're eating, it is your responsibility to remove the congestion.
Yes.
No one gonna remove it for you. No one is going to do it. You have to know about it, and you have to do it. That's why we have this program called Optimal Health. We want to optimize our health so we can be have the best personality. We have empathy.
Yes.
We be considerate. We be respectful, law-abiding. We be truthful. You can't be those things just because you went to church, went to the masjid, went to the mosque.
That's right.
No, you have to be producing all of the neurotransmitters. You had to produce all of them, and you had to produce neurons by the billions. And we have to take care of our DNA. We have to remove blood impurities.
Yes.
All of these are our own obligation. Health is an individual responsibility.
Yes, it is.
How you gonna be responsible when you don't know? That's what happened to us. Our parents did the best they could with what they had.
Yes, they did.
We came, and many of us came with problems already.
Yes.
And we went downhill from there.
Yes.
Sure did. We're blessed to find symptometry to start working on ourselves so we be healthy and normal again.
Yes. Yes.
That's why we have those demons taking over our body, doing their bidding. Because we can't produce neurotransmitters, all 12 of them. This is what happens, brother and sister. We have to do better. Look at the world. The state of the world is because people are getting sicker and sicker.
Yes.
That is what's happening with the state of the world.
Yes, it is.
No one have the solution, as it seems. If people are getting healthier and better, maybe we won't be here. We won't have a need to be here if people are getting better. But they're not getting better. They're getting sicker. The
Which
whole
was
world.
not the intention. Yes, that was not the intention.
Exactly. Killing each other. You have to be sick if you could just kill children, drop bombs on children, innocent children that did nothing to anyone. You have to be sick.
Not getting brain circulation. They're not getting the brain oxygenated blood in their brain.
Exactly. We have troops in our cities.
That's the key.
And there's no need to have them. But they're there running and chasing people on bicycles, doing all kind of crazy things. Here you're a soldier and you chasing a child on a bicycle. What kind of sense does that make? And we have leaders commanding people to do that. They're not producing the 12 neurotransmitter. They're not producing neurons. They're not taking care of their DNA. That's why they make these choices.
Yes.
We now know that's why. And the world is not going to change by itself, brothers and sisters. We have to be the one that changed. We have to be the motivated change. We have to change our own self.
Yes.
We have the ability to do it. Get oxygenated blood to our brain. So our brain will be healthy and making excellent choices.
Decisions. That's right. That's right.
That's what we're able to do now. We can go to the churches, we can go to the mosques, we can go to the synagogue, we can go to all these different places.
Feel rich. Feel rich. We feel rich.
Exactly.
Feel rich.
So the religion been around ever since man been here. 3.8 million years, Miss Yvette. And the world is still getting crazier and crazier. It's not helping. Because we have a brain that's compromised. Most of us have a brain that's compromised because we have chaotic eating.
Chaotic eating. Yes.
And because we have to eat food to live, now we have to learn what to do after eating. We have to remove the garbage.
Yes.
The sludge, the concretion, the alcohol, the toxins, the microbes, the parasites. They got to eat too. They're eating right on me and you. They don't know what to do. The viruses, they're attacking us.
Yes, they are.
Because we have their food and we don't know it. So they gravitate to us. So brothers and sisters, we have to become more aware. We have to become more enlightened. And we have to have more scientific information and put it to use. We have to apply the scientific information.
Yes, we do.
Not enough just to know. Knowing is not enough. We have to execute. Apply the knowledge that we know. Many of us know things, but are we doing what we know? To be right. No, we're not. That is the problem.
No, we're not.
Many people sit around and do nothing, even though they know it's right for them to do it. They're scared. They don't have any, they don't have a dopamine.
No, they don't.
So they're scared.
No, they don't. Yes.
Even they know what's right, they still won't do it. They won't speak out on it.
No.
They are frightened, insecure, and scared.
Yes.
Doesn't make any difference what religion you're practicing at this point. The whole world is in a mess because their health is compromised, and the disease anywhere in the body is going to affect our brain. This is the problem.
And we're not serving our creator by being sick. That's not serving our creator.
No, he gave us everything, Miss Yvette.
That's serving
our problem.
That's serving the devil. Think about that.
Exactly. He getting many comrades. He getting many people to follow him. Many. In fact, most of the people following him.
Yeah, this is why we're sick. We're following the wrong path. See,
absolutely.
By putting those poisons in our bodies. Okay, by not removing the poisons in our bodies. Every poison creates a bond in our body. From coal tar derivatives, from allergens, from lectins, all are bonds in our bodies. And these bonds keeps accumulating, right? Say for instance, carcinogens. The more we eat them, the more these bonds keeps accumulating more and more and more in our bodies until we reach a saturation point. And when that saturation point comes and we have not dissolved those bonds, guess what's going to happen? It's going to bust. And we wonder why we got cancer, because the carcinogen bond was never removed. The source of carcinogens were never removed. So we wonder why we get cancer. We eat nitrates. We eat meat out of a can. I've done that before. I've eaten sardines out of a can, tuna, corn. All those I have eaten out of a can, especially cream corn was my favorite.
Yes.
Not knowing corn had cyanide that was slowly denaturing my enzymes, slowly killing me. Okay, slowly. It's not going to kill you right away. No. These poisons wait until you're weak and vulnerable.
The weakest moment.
And when is that? Old age. This is when it attacks us, when we're old, because we're weak and we're vulnerable now. Unfortunately, some people get attacked earlier because their saturation point has reached. You know, I hate to see children, you know, sick with cancer. It's so sad to me.
Yes, it is.
Even
Ms. Yvette,
adults.
we've reached the end of our show.
Oh, okay.
To give our closing statement, we have our information up on the screen for those people who can see us. We want to ensure that if you need any help in terms of a health condition or a family member or friend and associate, you know where to go. We are certified symptometry health coach. We go to the source, remove the source of the person's problem, their disease, their symptom that's causing them. And you can see our information there. Our email, ashaheed2@gmail.com. And our new phone number, 470-755-6506. And we also encourage everyone to go to the website of the American School of Symptometry. That website is amsos.org. And the school is placing many articles there. Almost daily, Miss Yvette. Hard for us to keep up now. Almost daily, articles being posted that relate to our condition. Please go there and read them.
Yes.
And read them.
Get knowledge.
Our early guest, we see her information there. We showed it earlier. Miss Rita Taylor, certified symptometry health coach. And you see her email address, her phone number, and her website. And also Miss Yvette Dean, that I guess with us here with us. She specializes in scientific recipe, 18@gmail.com. Phone number 708-541-3286. And the website www.scientificrecipes.com. Much information that's available, brothers and sisters, scientific verifiable information that you now have at your fingertip to help us, to help you, help your family. So we are able to nourish our brain. We're going to be talking more about brain food. Hopefully our next episode, we're going to talk more in detail about brain food. So we can produce all of the neurotransmitters and neurons. So our cell can produce those neuropeptides for producing these things. That's what has to happen. Our cell has the ability to produce all of our essentials so we can maintain normacy, not abnormalcy, which would be a disease, but normacy, which is the almighty intent for all of us to be like, so we can make the best of ourselves. So brothers and sisters, we thank you so very much for joining us today here on Optimal Health on AM 360. We have another next show that's coming up on our heel, Mali Ali Kuli High, and the host being Imam Abdul Aziz. He is the resident imam from Masjid Adam in Bronx, New York. And their motto is, we are together under any and all circumstances. We are united, whether you believe it or not, under any and all circumstances. So brothers and sisters, we thank you for joining us today. We greet you with the greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum, peace be unto you. Thank you. So we're gonna make our transition. Imam Abdul Aziz. I think are you the host, Brother Imam? I'm gonna see if I can make you the host. I have a problem doing it.